That was a huge unlock for me on my shuffles is
Previously, another thing I noticed with my shuffle is back foot turning in. So on my forehand side, which is my weaker side, you see that when I finish the stride with the back foot, my toe immediately turns in and I don't get a full extension on that back foot. So if you compare that with McDavid, you'll see that on the shuffles and even on his cross-unders, his toe stays out right after the stride. It doesn't turn in immediately like on my forehand side. So that's something I'll have to look into as well and see if that's something I need to fix.
yes, it is. That is something you need to fix. So this might seem weird. The way McDavid's doing the shuffle here is his hip headlights are actually facing out. So like if the circle is going this way, you can have your hip headlights facing forward, which is like kind of what you're doing, or you can have them facing out. Now, I'll warn you that when you aim your hip headlights out like that, and then you get on the outside edge, it feels scary. And like that's kind of a good thing because when you're like, whoa, that's when you gain speed. So that was a huge unlock for me on my shuffles is letting that hip open. It was very, very scary. And it's also scary fast. Does that make sense though, Spencer? So you said here, I noticed the hip headlights, but my foot naturally wants to turn it. Well, if you do the hip headlights, then it won't. I'm like 90% sure. Well, take my word for it, test it out, and then tell me if I'm wrong.
Well, was Jason wrong? Doesn't look like it. So after implementing this cue, it definitely seemed to do the trick. My foot isn't turning in anymore, and my shuffle is feeling much smoother. And Jason was also right about the speed. I definitely felt a lot faster whipping around the circle. Now, in an effort to have my hips facing the other way, I was also looking away from the circle. So next time, I'm gonna have to make sure I look where I'm going. Hopefully Scott Stevens isn't watching this video. And so if you want feedback on your mechanics just like this from Jason and all the other amazing downhill skating coaches, consider becoming a Train 2.0 member today. Jason goes over member clips for feedback and much, much more every week on the members coaching call.
Make sure to like, follow, subscribe. Mr. Downhill Skater. He does a great job breaking things down and is a practitioner, which is one of the values that we have here at Train 2.0.